Hi guys, I'm going to try to give you a little clarity on this assignment. Remember, just do the best you can with it, and I can answer questions as you need to. So the first page that you have is asking you to write equations for this first part. Okay, so it says here that, and this is just a sample, so you can follow along. Paul has a certain number of pencils. Kim has twice as many pencils as Paul. Danica has 4 more than Kim. Kai has half as many as Paul. And Marcus has 3 times as many as Kai. All right, before we can get started, we've got to identify some variables. All right, so for here, we're going to identify the variable I'm going to use. Actually, no, let's not use that one. I was going to use X. Let's use P. I'm going to use P, and that's going to represent Paul. Okay? So that's going to be the basis for everything that we have. Kim has twice as many as Paul. Twice means 2 times. So Kim is going to be 2 times Paul. I'll try to keep my colors the same here. Danica has 4 more than Kim. Okay, 4 more than Kim. Oh, colors, Trace. Let's try this again. 4 more than Kim. Well, let's go back up. Kim has 2P. So Danica has 2P plus 4 because she has 4 more than means to add, what Danica had. Okay. Kai has half as many of Paul. So Paul has P. Kai is going to have half of that. Okay. So 1/2. Oh, that's got some glitter in it. 1/2 P for Paul. And then for Marcus, has 3 times as many as Kai. So 3 times as many as Kai. Well, Kai has 1/2 P. And Marcus has 3 times that. So we are going to multiply that by 3. Okay, so we've got our equation for each one of them. Now the next step says if we have their total is 446. So that means if I add up all of theirs, if I add up Paul, Kim, Danica, Kai, and Marcus, if I added all of them up, their total is going to be 446. So let's do that. We're going to have, and I'll write it out as a sentence, Paul plus Kim plus Danica plus Kai plus Marcus, and they have a total of 446 pencils. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to take each one of these and substitute in their values. So Paul was just the letter P. Okay, plus Kim. Kim had 2 times what Paul had, so that's 2P. Plus Danica. Danica had 4 more than Kim, so that was 2P plus 4. Okay, plus Kai. Kai had half as many as Paul, so 1/2 Paul's, plus Marcus, and Marcus had 3 times as many as Kai. So 3 times what Kai was, and Kai was 1/2 P. And all of that's going to equal 446. All right. So we're going to have to combine like terms and solve for our variable. Now we have here just a plus 4, and there's no other numbers that's just a number. Okay, so we know we're going to have plus 4, and we know that's going to equal 446. All right, so now we need to do the rest of them. This is the same as saying 1P. So 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Are you with me? plus a half. And I know a lot of you like to change that to a decimal. So let's do that, 0.5p. Plus, and here I needed to do the distributive property. So 3 times 1/2. Well, if you think about it like money or Oreos, you know, everything in my life is either money or food. 3 times 1/2. So if I took $3, and I split it in half, and I gave you half and I kept half, that means I would have $1.50p. Okay, so there's that one. So let me go back and re-add these because I was talking a lot. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 0.5. So let's see what I have here. I have a 1p, a 2p, a 2p. I'm at 5 plus a 0.5p. So that gives me 2.5 plus a 1.5p. Now I'm adding those up. So I have 2, 4, 5 and a half. 5 and 1/2 plus 1 and 1/2 will give me 7p. Okay, so 1.5 plus a 0.5 is 2. So I can do that one easier that way, 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 more is 6, plus 1 is 7. So I have 7p plus 4 equals 446. From here, I'm just solving an equation, okay? And we want to get rid of our numbers that don't have variables first. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. Draw my line. 7p is going to equal 446 minus 4 is 442. I don't think this is going to be even, but we'll see what we can get. 7p equals 442. P is being multiplied by 7, so I'm going to divide both sides by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. So P is going to equal, and I'm going to do that math over here because I don't have a calculator with me right this second. I know there's one on my computer, but it's too hard to get to. 442 divided by 7. 7 will not go into 4. 7 will go into 44. 6 times? No. 7 times? What is 7 times 7? It's 49. 6 times 7 is 42. So 6 times. Subtract that. I get 2. Bring down my 2. 2. 7 will go into 22. 3 times. 7 times 3 is 21. Okay, we can have a decimal. Add my 0. Subtract. Here's a 1. Bring down this 0. Okay. 7 will go into 10 one time. 1 times 7 is 7. I don't think this is going to end for us. And that's going to be a 3. All right, so we're going to leave it at 63.1. I know that's hard because we don't think of pencils as a decimal, but in order to keep this where we can, we're going to round this, okay? If I had planned out better, I would have had a hard, solid number. Sorry, my dog is going crazy. I hope you can't hear it in the background. So let's round this. So 63 1/10 becomes 63. So we're going to say P is equal to 63. All right. Now let's go back up and answer each one of these. Okay, we can do this. So Paul, I'm going to go up just a little bit. Paul has 1P. So Paul is going to have 1 times 63, which is 63. Kim has 2 times P. So 2 times P, and P is 63. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12, 126. All right. Danica has 2P plus 4. So we have 2 times 63 plus 4. Oh, forgot my parentheses. 2 times 63 is 126. Plus 4 is 130. All right. Kai has half. Kai has half of Paul. So 1/2 times 63. So half of 63 is going to be 31.5. So he's got half a pencil. 31.5. And then Marcus, let me move mine up here. Marcus has 3 times. Marcus has 3 times of Kai's. Okay, so Kai has 31.5. So it's going to be 3 times 1/2 times P, which is 63. Okay, and we know that 1/2 times 63 is 31.5. So 3 times 31.5, 31 5/10. And let's do our multiplication here. Oh, my screen went away. Let's try that again. Let's do our multiplication. Let's see. 31, 5 times 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry my 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. I have 1 place behind the decimal, so I'm going to have 1 place behind the decimal here. So our last one was Marcus. So Marcus has 94.5 pencils. All right, so that gives you each one of them so that you can go through and look. Okay, and that's what the first assignment was all about, was setting up the equations up here, like I did up here, setting up the equations, and then defining what your variable is. So here was the variable that I set up. I used P for Paul. And then adding up your equation. Okay, so we substituted in for their names, their actual equations, and what they totaled. And then I solved the equation. And I know this is messy. We've written all over it. But we get there. All right, and then I found out how many pencils each one of them had. 63, 126, 130, 31.5, and 94.5. All right, I hope that helps you out with that first assignment. All right, just do the best you can with it. I appreciate all the questions that are coming in and the people that are asking for assistance. And remember, pace yourself out. You don't have to do all those problems on one day. Just space it out. Work for about 20 minutes each day. That's it. 20 minutes each day and be done. Okay? We're not making ourselves crazy, and I will help you out where I can. All right, guys. Take care.